Hi, my name is Norwich, some of you guys know me as Shubon, and this is my Spurs video podcast. I'd like to wish all those guys who view my videos a very merry, I hope you've had a very great Christmas, and I wish you a very happy New Year, and hopefully we'll, be full of the Christmas spirit. Hopefully they will, Norwich will, because which will make it easier for us to beat them, because they are a difficult side. We've seen them against Chelsea, against Man U. They don't take a lot of their chances, but they do create them, and but for better finishing, they would have beaten Chelsea and Man U. They're a decent side. They're a very good side, and I think it's going to be very difficult against them. Obviously, there's no Lennon still, so we can't play our 4-4-2. And playing Luka on the right just wastes him. He wants to be in the middle. That's where he can orchestrate. You wouldn't play Xavi on the right. You wouldn't play Iniesta on the left. You wouldn't play Schneider on the left wing. You'd play them in the middle. They're playmakers, and they need to be in the middle of the pitch, dictating plays that go left, right, forward, back. They're the ones that orchestrate it all. Again, I'm going to go with a 5-3-2. This is a little bit difficult because I think Ball's out. Apparently he injured his hamstring during the warm-up. I think quite a few of our players do that. Maybe it's hamstring season or something. I don't know. Christmas hamstrings. I don't know. But it's we're looking at the combination of Ball's out. King can't play for obvious reasons. I think this will be his third game in a week. There's no way he can do that. And you've got Gallas and Bassong. Gallas is 6'1", Bassong is 6'2", so they're not exactly short players, but they're going against Grant Hull, who's a huge centre forward. He reminds me of Emil Heskey. He's not as mobile as Emil Heskey is, and he's about as clinical as Emil Heskey. So we won't have to worry about being done for pace. They're not quick strikers, the ones that Norwich have, but they're big, they're strong, and you get crossed into the box, they will get onto them. So I definitely play three at the back and use Bale and Walker as our wide men. Get them forward, get that width, because with the threat of those two guys going wide, it makes it teams like to play narrow against us, and if Norwich starts playing narrow against us, that helps, because we can use our wing back to circumvent that. And then essentially it becomes like a 4-2-4, 3-3-4 or something, because they're getting forward. Obviously, let's face it, Walker's against Chelsea, he wasn't the best. He didn't really show excellent crossing, but that will improve over time. I think he was anxious. He would tend to get the ball in early. He had a lot more time than he realised. And hopefully, if he's seen the game, he's watched himself. Like, do you know what? I could have played better here. Then I think he'll realise that. So that'll be interesting. So I would go with the 5-3-2. Obviously Van der Vaart's fit, so I definitely would play say obviously Van der Vaart and Adebayor. You want your best chance of winning, and if Van der Vaart's fit, play him. It's one of those things that he could break down again. Then we'll have to play Nico. I would love to have played Nico, but unfortunately Nico's injury was just really badly timed for him, in terms of that he didn't get the Europa League games and he was injured, but that gave the likes of Tom Carroll the chance to shine through. But I think definitely a 5-3-2. I'd have Luke in the middle and flanked by Sandro and Parker. I wanted to give Parker a rest, and I really do, but I'm hoping that Chelsea game, he wasn't, they say he was being outpassed, and he's all about hustling, and he can pass, but he's all about hustling them, and they just outpassed him in midfield. I don't see Norwich doing that, so hopefully, so I think that won't be a problem. I think we can control the midfield, give it to Luka, and let him dictate play, and definitely sit up front. If Harry decides I'm not going to do that, I'm going to go a bit more attacking, he likes to play a 4-4-2, then I would definitely rest Parker. I would put Sandro, Luka in the middle, Bale. I'd put Stephen Pienaar, mainly because Stephen Pienaar he's right-footed, he's quick. He's not as traditional as a right winger, but he can play on the right, and I think he will do, if you guys remember what Mendes did for us on the right hand side, I think he'll do that job basically for us, and he'll do it pretty well. No, he won't do it terribly badly or anything, but I think he'll fill a spot until Lennon can come back from injury, and that's the reason you have a squad. Either him or Nico Kranjčar. Nico Kranjčar isn't exactly the quickest of players, that he's got a bit of skill and he can play the ball. He's not the quickest, but I'd either have Nico or Pienaar there. I would go for it's a coin toss really. I think Nico has a bit more skill. Pienaar has a bit more dynamism. You take your pick. You pick your poison. And take your chances. Then 4-4-2. Then it makes it a bit more easier. So the back four with Gallas, probably Basson, right back, Carl Walker, and Benny at left back. Brad Friedel in goal, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 1-0 win to us, or 2-1. I just don't see it being. Even though it's really weird, Norwich was one of the teams that we always seem to do really well against Norwich. I don't know why that was, but we always, even when I remember when they were. I think they were going for third in that incredible season where they ended up being third. They beat Arsenal and they were on fire. We could always win against them. I remember we beat them 5-1 after losing in the 93 Cup, FA Cup semi-final. And for some reason, Norwich our style just worked really well against Norwich. I don't remember them beating us. I can't remember them beating us. I think apparently they beat us in December 93 when we had Sheringham and we had those really bad injuries at the time during the Ardiles era, but. I don't, and obviously I think Jury had been sold because apparently he said something to Ardiles, but I don't really remember us, actually having real problems against Norwich. I mean, I think they did part of the bus at one time against us at White Hart Lane, cost us some European football that one season. But apart from that, no. I mean, they are a good side, and and hopefully Dilo, definitely. I'm looking. I'm sure the Spurs fans are looking forward to full time and seeing what Delia's made for them. Full time. I'm sure there's some nice cakes and pies. You were saying, they'll probably have Let's Be Having You with the smell of Let's Be Having You wafting over to you. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a 2-1 to us. I think 2-1 or 1. I think it's just they are a good side. They don't roll over and die for anyone. I think if we get ahead. Again, it's just tactically they'll play narrow. It's how can we basically make the pitch as wide as we can. Can we get that width to then allow the likes of, say, Van der Vaart and Luca to work their magic? And yeah, it's either 5-3-2 or 4-4-2. I think Harry will probably go for 4-4-2. And even if he has to change it a little bit, even then I don't think he needs to change it for substitutes. I think what he'll just have to do is just tactically change it and go. And that's why I probably think he'll go with Pienaar. Because let's face it, Nico's not really going to track back. So he'd probably go with Pienaar, and then I'd still would rest Parker. I think he needs a rest. Just recharge his batteries. Just give him one game off. So I can show what you can do, and then Parker will probably go back. But if Sandro has a blinding game, he'll probably think this is my chance. I'm going to storm this game. I think Sandro was man of the match against Chelsea. He's a superb player, and I think. They're both in that DM spot, the spot to partner Luca, but they both do their jobs very, very differently. And I think, in their respect, that Luca will need that bodyguard, someone to cover. But Sandro, when he breaks forward, and the fact that Sandro will drop back and make that, if it's 2, make that 3. If it's 3 at the back, I'll make it 4 or something. He has that ability in and around the penalty box just to plug gaps. Like a plumber, there's water coming over it. He plugs gaps that way really well. I'm not saying Parker doesn't do that. Parker does that, but he does that job higher up, in between our defence and the midfield, where Sanchez tends to do our defence in and around the box. So it's take your chances. You pick your poison kind of thing. Anyway, I hope hopefully you'll click on the ad links, and if they do appear this time. Big shout out to. Actually, I'll give a shout out to the guys who actually, do comment. So that's original YT name, Major Hank, P John, and if I've forgotten any others, I'm really sorry. But you guys get my shout out. Go to Spurs from .co.uk, SpursOdyssey.com, Top Spurs, TFC 1882, and hopefully we'll win this. I think it's a game we need to win. So if we can get this, then obviously we've got that got the game on Saturday. Is it Saturday? No, it's Friday, isn't it? Saturday. Sorry, against Swansea, and that's going to be a tough old game. Because obviously going to Norwich, and for those who aren't from the UK, Norwich is about a 3-4 hour drive. On the coach back, and then three about hours to Swansea on the way back. It's going to be one hell of a drive. The 2 away games aren't exactly brilliant. Just the way the fixtures are piled up, 2 away games, but ultimately, yeah, so that makes it a bit difficult. But they're professionals, and that's what they're paid to do. Anyway, hope you enjoy this, and come on, you Spurs.